somebody tell you not to be yourself, don't listen to them. Being yourself is what makes you different. If everyone was the same, what's the point of living?
Yo, good morning. I love you. You know that's how we started off every time. Welcome to Sauce on the Side, episode 10. All right, this one, since it's episode 10, we got the drop coming today. If you don't know, limited edition Crude Art shirts coming out today at 6 p.m. on the website. I'm only dropping 15 in that colorway this one time, so if you don't grab it, you don't grab it. I'm sorry about that, but we'll be dropping a new one, I think, next month or maybe the month after that. I plan on doing it next month. We decided on the color wave and stuff like that. So you know the shameless plug, www.crudeartwork.com. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe on this. Subscribe will help me get this out a lot more. We're not worried about the monetization yet. We just worried about getting it to as many people as we can, okay? So we got that. You know the Crude artwork is out there. I cut hair if you ever need your hair cut. You know, the basics, the simple stuff. Ain't nothing else for me to really cover right now. But since this was episode 10, I thought this would be a perfect time to go into detail what Crude Art was and stuff like that. Oh, yeah, I'm at Waffle House. That's where I'm going to stop at. But, you know, that's whatever. But what is Crude Art? It was really, if you was here from the beginning, it was called The Sauce. Now, The Sauce came from me and my friends in college, and it was some of my greatest friends, and we came up with the name while we were sitting in my room one night just playing around, bullshitting, coming up with our own clothing brand. And really, after I came out with The Sauce, I started to realize that I was getting a lot of questions about what it meant. And since I've always liked art, I just can't draw worth of shit. I've always tried to just go ahead and push that. But then I decided that I wanted to change it a little bit to get the messaging, the rebranding and stuff a little bit better, a little bit more on spot. And I thought it was better to do it earlier in the days of the brand than it was to wait until a year later. And now I got to convince everybody else that it's Crude Art instead of The Sauce. Pretty much my immediate friends know it's The Sauce. I know my immediate family do. And some of my stuff even still has The Sauce on it. But really, it's Crude Art now. And what is Crude Art? And it's pretty simple. It's anything that's crude. So crude means pretty much raw or unfinished or anything like that. And to me, all art is imperfect in this way. And I thought that was a perfect way to embrace art. I thought that was a perfect way to embrace people and stuff like that as well, because I believe that people think they have to be perfect. We all are striving to be a perfectionist at whatever we do, perfectionists in our own right at us being us. Whereas Crude Art was supposed to be, for me, was supposed to be just you're perfect because you're imperfect. It's everything that's wrong with you that makes you who you are. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, you can take that in a negative connotation, being like, oh, well, if this is wrong with me, then does that mean I'm wrong? No, it's no such thing as right or wrong. It's all about perspective. So if you somebody who snores pretty heavy in your sleep and you realize that your partner is somebody who can't sleep because you snore so much, that partner might not be for you. But somebody else who's a super heavy sleeper will never notice that you snore. And that's a super dumb analogy and whatever. But I was just thinking, like, it's all of your imperfections. If you're somebody who has a stuttering problem or something like that, if you're somebody who might feel like they talk too much, or you're not as great at something, it's our pursuit of perfection, the pursuit of happiness. One of my favorite movies, by the way, Pursuit of Happiness, Will Smith. It's that pursuit of perfection, that pursuit of happiness that makes us who we are. And Crude Art is supposed to represent all of that. Crude Art is supposed to represent everything that we want to be, while also understanding that we're not everything that we can be just yet. And the same with art. Just because I can't draw doesn't mean my art isn't appealing to some people. I believe that I'm creative to my own right. And I believe that anybody who puts out their mind to say, hey, I want to draw, hey, I want to do this, hey, I want to paint, just go out and do it. It's not that it doesn't have to be perfect. And if you love what you're doing, it's this hustle mentality that we've gotten in our generation, where people believe that if you can't make money off of it, you can't enjoy doing it. Whereas this was an example of something that I decided that was a part of the crude mentality. Is like, I don't have to be good at talking into the camera. I don't have to be good at having topics. I don't even have to have anybody, $1,000 or 1,000 people who listen to it. If I have one person that gets this video and they like it and they love it, then I am doing what I like to do. I enjoy talking. When it comes to the clothing, do I have to sell 1,000 pieces of clothing a day? No. If I sell one, that means that somebody has a like-minded, and that means that I have an audience that does enjoy it. Even if they're buying it just because it's me, that means that they enjoy me. They enjoy the thoughts that I have. They enjoy the creativity that I might bring to it. And that's where Crude Art is find your people. Crude Art is you. It's whoever you are. It's not about being perfect. It's not about the art being great. It's not about everything being aligned perfectly. It's about how you handle it. It's how you accept it, and it's how you go forward with it. And I thought this would be a good time, with this being episode 10, with this being the day of the first limited edition shirt drops, because this is going to be an ongoing thing, that I explain to people that it's not about being perfect. It's about being crude. It's about being raw and unfinished. That's why I say be crude, stay crude. Be unfinished, be raw, and be somebody who always knows that they have to improve. Know that no matter how great you might get at something, there is always room to be better at it. There's no such thing as perfect. There's only one person perfect in this world, and I don't like to be that religious person, but there's only one thing. There's only one entity that is perfect, and it's not any of us. So we need to accept your faults, accept your flaws, accept who you aren't, but understand that you can still be who you want to be, as long as you're willing to go ahead. And that's what Crude Art is to me. Hopefully I didn't turn anybody away with explaining Crude Art more in depth, because that was kind of a risk I was taking by explaining Crude Art, because it's one of those. But the sauce is still well and alive. You will still see some sauce pieces and stuff like that, but Crude Art is more of the push that I'm going for. But hey man, I always say be crude, stay crude. If you understand you gotta improve, that's what it is. Today's song was gonna be Big K.R.I.T Purpose, because of my boy out there in Japan, Lil Jack. If he watched this, he already know. He came out with Big K.R.I.T Purpose. That was the suggestion he had. But then I started listening to music. If you know, I love music. It's one of my things. It's another form of art that I think is great in its own right. Is Nervous by John Legend. Great song. I found it on social media. It was on Reels and stuff, and it's an amazing song, beautiful song. He was the first dance for me and my wife in our wedding, John Legend. And this song is amazing. Nervous by John Legend, and I'm gonna put the caveat of Big K.R.I.T Purpose. A lot of my friends, Mr. Forever Protected. Shout out to that brand, Forever Protected. Hit him up, Mr. Forever Protected, clothing brand. He's gonna laugh because him and Mr. Razorline Rogers, I'm gonna shout out both of them. They had a little dispute about Big K.R.I.T, but this song is dope. Go ahead and listen to it. So, hey, I appreciate y'all. This is a little bit shorter than normal, but I just wanted to elaborate on what Crude Art was today. I'm gonna be out hanging up posters today, trying to advertise for the brand. We still pushing. Sauce on the side. I appreciate all the support I've gotten up to this point. I don't think y'all don't see it, but I work a lot to make sure that I get my message out there. I enjoy it. I love what I do. I love cutting hair. I love making clothes, and I love vlogging / podcasting, whatever you want to call this. I enjoy just sitting here talking to the camera and talking to y'all. So thank y'all for y'all time. Y'all have a great day. I love you. Episode 11 is going to be out on Wednesday. Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays. That's the days that I drop. That gives me time to relax and not feel like I got too much pressure on all of this. All right. But thank you. I love all of y'all. Y'all have a great day. Share this. If you share it, other people can watch it. And if they like it, then they can subscribe if you've already subscribed. But if you ain't subscribed, then you doing me a disservice because you like it. You done watched it. We on episode 10. You probably done seen at least 3 of the other episodes. But hey, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Have a great day. Peace.